Hello and welcome to Lovely English Stories. Thank you for stopping by. This story is for intermediate English learners. And if you'd like to support the channel and become a member, find out more how you can join in the description box below. But are you ready to read? Well, let's get started. British Politeness, a B1 B2 English story with vocabulary explanations at the end. When Sophia moved to London for work, she expected to improve her English quickly. She had studied grammar for years and could speak fluently. However, what surprised her most was not the language itself, but the way people used it. On her first day in the office, her manager, James, said, "You might want to have a look at this report again." Sophia smiled and nodded, but she felt confused. The report seemed fine to her. Later, a colleague quietly explained, "That usually means you should change it." Sophia was surprised. In her country, people spoke more directly. If something was wrong, they simply said it. Over the next few weeks, Sophia began to notice this pattern everywhere. When someone said, "Oh, it's a bit chilly in here," they often meant, "Can we close the window?" When a colleague said, "I'm not sure that's the best idea," it often meant they disagreed completely. At first, this indirect way of speaking felt unclear and even frustrating. Sophia worried that she might misunderstand people or say the wrong thing. One afternoon, during a meeting, she gave her opinion very directly. "This plan won't work." The room became quiet for a moment. No one said anything. But she could feel the atmosphere change. After the meeting, James spoke to her kindly. "Your ideas are good," he said, "but sometimes it helps to soften your language." He suggested using phrases like, "I'm not sure this will work," or "Perhaps we could consider another option." Sophia realised that politeness in British culture was not just about saying please and thank you. It was also about how you expressed disagreement. Slowly, she began to adapt. Instead of giving strong opinions immediately, she started to use softer language. She learned to read between the lines and understand what people really meant. Conversations became easier, and she felt more comfortable at work. One day, a new colleague joined the team. During a discussion, he said, "This idea is bad." Sophia noticed the same silence she had experienced weeks before. This time she smiled gently and said, "Maybe we could look at it from another angle." The tension in the room disappeared, and the conversation continued smoothly. Later, Sophia reflected on how much she had learned. Indirect communication, she realised, was not about avoiding honesty. It was about maintaining respect and harmony. By choosing words carefully, people could express their thoughts without causing offence. For Sophia, mastering English was no longer just about vocabulary or grammar. It was about understanding the culture behind the language. And in Britain, sometimes the most important messages are the ones that are not said directly. Do you have any experience of this from perhaps time working in the UK or from speaking to British people? We'd love to find out, so please comment in the description box. Well, not in the description box, comment under the video, or if you are listening on Spotify, then please comment below on there too. Now, let's go through some of the vocabulary from this story. Let's start with angle. This is a way of thinking about something. In the case of the story, an angle can also be something else, but we'll not get into that now. So let's look at the problem from another angle, from a different way of thinking about it. Chilly. If something feels chilly, it is a little cold. It feels chilly this morning. Frustrating means making you feel annoyed. It is frustrating when people are unclear. Mastering, or to master, means to learn something very well. She is mastering English quickly. To soften means to make something less strong or direct. He tried to soften his words. Indirect means not said in a clear or direct way. British people can be very indirect. To adapt means to change to fit a new situation. She adapted to life in London. Causing, to cause, means to make something happen. Loud noise is causing problems. A disagreement. This is a situation where people have different opinions. They do not agree. They had a disagreement about the plan. Expected means to have thought something would happen. She expected a direct answer. To express means to show or say something. He expressed his opinion clearly. Fluently. To do something fluently means to do it easily and well. She speaks English fluently. Gently means in a soft and kind way. She spoke gently to him. Harmony means peace and agreement. They worked together in harmony. Honesty means telling the truth. Honesty is important in relationships. Maintaining, or to maintain, means to keep something the same. They are maintaining good communication. Means has the meaning of something. The phrase means you should try again. To misunderstand means to not understand correctly. It is easy to misunderstand in direct language. Nodded, or to nod, means to move your head up and down to show agreement. She nodded at the man. Offence means feeling upset or hurt by words. He didn't want to cause offence. Politeness means being kind and respectful. Politeness is important in Britain. Atmosphere is the feeling in a place. The atmosphere became quiet. Avoiding, or to avoid, means to stay away from something. He is avoiding conflict. Communication means sharing information or ideas. Good communication is important. Completely. If you do something completely, you do it fully or totally. I completely understand you. I fully and totally understand. Confused means to not understand. She felt confused at first. She wasn't sure. To consider means to think about something carefully. Please consider my idea. To continue means to keep going. The meeting continued after the break. It kept going after the break. To do something directly means to do it in a clear and honest way. He spoke directly to his boss. Disagreed. To disagree means to have a different opinion. They disagreed about the plan. To disappear means to go away, and so you can't be seen. The tension disappeared. It was no longer there. Discussion. If someone asks you to have a discussion, they are asking to talk about something. They had a long discussion. Experienced is to have had something happen to you. She experienced a new culture. Kindly. If you do something kindly, you do it in a kind and friendly way. He spoke kindly to her. Opinion. An opinion is what you think about something. She shared her opinion about flowers or books or sport. Pattern. A pattern is something that repeats. She noticed a pattern. Phrases. These are groups of words. He learnt new phrases. Quietly means with little noise. With little noise. She spoke quietly. Maybe she had a quiet voice. Realized is to understand something, to realize it. He realized his mistake. Respect is a feeling of care and value for others. Respect is important at work. Seemed or to seem means to appear to be. It seemed like a good idea at the time. Silence means no sound. There was a moment of silence. Suggested or to suggest means you have gave or you are going to give an idea. She suggested a new plan. Reflected means to think deeply about something. He reflected on his experience. Simply. If you do something simply, you do it in an easy or basic way. She simply explained the problem. Smoothly. If something happens smoothly, it happens without problems. The meeting went smoothly. Tension. Tension is a feeling of stress or pressure. There was tension in the room. Unclear means not easy to understand. His message was unclear. We hope you enjoyed this lovely English story and the vocabulary explanations. Thank you for stopping by. And don't forget, we've got an Etsy shop. We have some productivity packs and language learning stories over there. If you do decide to get something on Etsy, please do not forget to use the code YouTube10 and you'll get 10% off. See you soon!